everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Melissa. If you do know me, you are already familiar with the fact that I own a date spread company called Wanna Date, and we have a line of date doughs now too. And in my free time, I enjoy long walks down the aisles of Whole Foods and eating my body weight in both fruit and smoothies. Fruit in the form of smoothies, I should say. So today we're gonna talk about why smoothies are so amazing, healthy, and effective for weight loss, weight maintenance, and more importantly, being like happy and healthy and feel like you're indulging and satisfying your sweet cravings. I even wore a funky fruit banana bikini because you are what you eat and wear, I guess. I love fruit. That's not a secret. I love dates, I love bananas, I love apples, I love grapes, I love mangoes, I love pineapple, blueberries. I'm not a big raspberry person. Strawberries are okay. I don't know. I'm more of like a purpley, yellowy fruit person. I love watermelon. I forgot watermelon. And cantaloupe. Not a big fan of the green melons. The things that don't totally do it for me are green melon and raspberry. Oh, and I despise oranges. I don't like citrus. Those cuties and tangerines, I don't know. I don't like any of the orange ones. I'm just weird. But I love fruit though, because I had the biggest sweet tooth growing up my whole life. I ate chocolate ice cream every single day for years. Years. Only chocolate. You couldn't even like pay me to eat vanilla. That's how picky I was. Even picky with the ice cream flavor I would eat. And I'd always put rainbow sprinkles on top. I feel like I talk about this a lot on the channel. But then I went off to NYU for college and I got very into the health and fitness scene there. Started doing yoga, started putting better foods into my body. That's when acai bowls were a big trend and I totally was a participant in that trend. I worked at a smoothie and acai bowl shop, had smoothies and acai bowls every day. Thought I wanted to open a smoothie and acai bowl truck here in Florida when I graduated, and this is where my parents live. But the date spread thing happened while I was working at that smoothie and acai bowl shop because, I'll show you. Wanna Date totally started out as an idea for a healthy alternative to Nutella, and one that was vegan, dairy-free, lower in calories, not full of palm oil and added sugar and all this junk, right? Because it just blew my mind that we were making acai bowls with fruit. We were adding sugar and adding Nutella to sugar, to natural sugar. It just didn't make sense in my head. It felt so cognitively dissonant. And that was when I was like, is there a vegan Nutella sweetened with dates? Because dates are delicious. I had just gotten very into eating dates. There wasn't at the time, so I created it. Now we have Wanna Date chocolate date spread, vanilla, cinnamon, original pumpkin spice, cookie, date doughs too, chocolate brownie, snickerdoodle, and birthday cake, all naturally sweet with no added sugar. I always have to drop Wanna Date in my stuff. It's part of my storyline, you know? It's amazing. So freaking delicious. Back to the smoothie point though. I split a lot of my time between Florida and New York, and I've just happened to be in Florida the last 7 days now. So the last 6 days, I just coincidentally had smoothies every single day. My routine as I came here has been, I go work out. Well, first I wake up, I have coffee. I always start my day with a banana and like some date spread on top, sometimes a little nut butter, like almond butter. And then I've gotten in the habit of going to do my workout, which changes every day. I have more videos about my workout routines and stuff, but I go do a workout, come back, and now it's like 11 and I end up having a smoothie. I've just done that every single day the last 6 days. And usually in a couple hours, I'll make another smoothie. And then we all have this big like dinner where I eat salmon, vegetables. We eat a lot of fish here. I love salmon. Basically like a paleo pescatarian these days. For the last 2 or 3 months, the only meat I've eaten is salmon. I just love salmon. And other meat just doesn't serve me. I don't know. Salmon just like makes my brain light up. It's got the good omega-3s in it. Love salmon. Otherwise, I eat mostly plants and these days, mostly smoothies, coincidentally. I say this so humbly because looks are nothing, but it's primarily what I'm promoting here is how you feel. Yes, I look great, but more importantly is I feel great. I've had moments in my life where I looked good, but didn't feel good. These days, I feel amazing. I'm not promoting the topic of weight loss because in and of itself, weight loss is stupid. Really, people, when they say they want to lose weight or think they need to lose weight, you're either talking about you want to not be bloated because you're just retaining water, or you don't want to be inflamed because inflammation retains water, or you want to lose fat. Weight in and of itself is not something you want to lose. Let's be clear. Ugh, that annoys me so much. I don't weigh myself. I can't think of the last time I weighed myself. And there's no point too, because pretty much every time you step on a scale, it's lying to you. You're holding water, you might have eaten something. Like it literally is such a stupid, pointless number that would change in like 5 minutes if you gone and sweated or you gone and drink water. It's so pointless. I mean, it's a good data point if you're trying to track something or if you are actually losing a lot of weight, like you're on a weight loss journey. But if you're a healthy human and you're good with your life and you kind of live in like a 5 to 10 range zone based on your height, weight, wage, whatever, like I do, it's not something you really should worry about. You should worry more about how your clothes fit and primarily how you feel. But by having big couple smoothies every day and then having a really great, healthy, nutritious dinner every night the last few days, it's just been the most beautiful routine. My body loves it, craves it. And I'm gonna give you reasons why it's such a great idea, not for weight loss in and of itself, but to like not be bloated, to feel good. Here's some reasons. First of all, I think the most important thing as to why smoothies are amazing for health and stuff is because water. Hydration. Fruit, water, hydration, all of these things are very important. 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. Chronically as in like you basically spend your whole life dehydrated because you're not hydrating properly. I kid you not. Do you see this jug? This is 40 ounces. As soon as I wake up and have my coffee every day, I don't just have coffee. I have coffee with 2 of these. Yes. And I've done that ever since I went off to college because in New York City, you can't get water anywhere unless you're gonna buy a bottle, which is hella expensive. And so I got in the habit of carrying around a thing of water. It was smaller than this to begin with, but then I wound up getting a bigger one because I would just constantly be drinking it. And the more I drank, the more I wanted to drink because my body was loving it. Most Americans are chronically dehydrated. I don't know what the recommended 8 ounce, maybe it's 8 glasses of water. That's bullshit. Yeah, that is not right. Don't ever listen to the government's advice on your health. That's for sure. Listen to people who are actually very healthy. I can tell you that the more water you drink, the better. Of course, with caution, because you can overhydrate. But if you're balanced in your electrolytes with salt and potassium and water, you're good. I salt a lot of stuff. So we're good. I'm balanced. Don't overhydrate. You don't need to drink just for the sake of drinking. But smoothies and fruits are primarily water or primarily coconut milk or meat or water. Fruit is composed of water. The human body is like over 80% water. If you're not drinking water, feeding yourself water, you're not even human. You're chronically dehydrated. No wonder you've got health issues. No wonder you have no energy. No wonder you don't feel well. No wonder you're bloated. Hydrate, people. Having a smoothie, whenever I make smoothies, I mean, I use like coconut milk or almond milk, of course, but I do fill at least a third or half of it just with plain water, like cold water. And I usually put ice too, because then when I drink my smoothie, and this has been the last 6 days, I feel so content after. I'm hydrated. So much about appetite, cravings, hunger is really just hydration. And you're just thirsty. If you hydrate properly, you probably won't even really like think about food much. The human body, people, you can survive without food for a long time. Not saying you should. I love to eat. I eat every single day. Plenty. 2,000 minimum calories. But just by hydrating, drinking water so much as soon as you get up, because you wake up as the most dehydrated you could possibly be. I'm sure someone watching this wakes up in the middle of the night to drink water all the time. Yeah, that's because you're dehydrated. Then you wake up, you're even more dehydrated. Did you ever rehydrate? No. So those days pile up and you're just chronically dehydrated. Hydrating will fix so many of your health ailments, curb so many of your cravings. So make a big old fruit smoothie. Fill it with a bunch of liquids, of course. You gotta cover all the fruit and ice and things with liquid, and you will be hydrated. You'll be healthier in every aspect of your life. That brings me to the next topic when I said how being hydrated will curb your cravings, because smoothies are phenomenal for curbing cravings, satisfying sweet cravings. That was how I stopped eating added sugar, was I had smoothies and acai bowls every single day. They taste like ice cream. Straight up, you could make it taste like ice cream. Just add a bunch of cocoa powder. Add chocolate date spread, I do. It's like going into an ice cream shop and you're like, what flavor do I want? And you can do that with your smoothies. It's like, ooh, I'm craving like a peanut buttery smoothie today. Or, I want one that's rich in chocolate. Or like, ooh, a coffee smoothie. And then maybe later on, I'll do like a fruity one. And another thing about cravings too, that I've learned about myself in all these 6 days of smoothies, is another part about satisfying cravings. If you aren't beyond craving like sweet, I know everyone relates to me, like you crave texture. I crave crunchy stuff when I'm stressed, but I would say a few times a week, I crave crunch. You can add crunch to your smoothie. You don't really want chips. You just want that feeling of a crunch. So eat an apple or a carrot or make a smoothie and add crunchy things on top. I wouldn't recommend granola unless it's grain-free with no added sugar, but cacao nibs are on my plate. Well, they're in my smoothie bowl or blender or whatever. Every day I eat cacao nibs. So good. So full of healthy fats, high in fiber. 2 tablespoons of cacao nibs. It's 70 calories, 6 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 3 grams of protein. Amazing. You can use smoothies to satisfy various cravings, whether it's a taste you want, you can make it into a smoothie. If it's a texture you want, and I know besides wanting crunch, we all crave that cold feeling of like a scoop of ice cream. Just put your smoothie in a bowl and scoop it like ice cream. Life hacks. Then you won't even be thinking about the other bad stuff. You'll actually just start to crave smoothies. I know I do. Like, I can't wait to go make mine after this video because it is 11, like I said, and it is time for my smoothie bowl. One other point I want to touch on is how filling smoothies are. Mostly because of the fact that you're consuming so much water and it actually does fill your stomach. And advice here, I know I've been there and done that. If a smoothie doesn't fill you up, like you drink it and then you're immediately hungry right after, you need to add fat and or protein to the smoothie. I always put collagen protein powder in my smoothies. I mean, naturally the fruit is all low calorie, water liquids, it's all low calorie and healthy, high in protein when you just add a scoop or 2 of your favorite protein powder. My go-tos are collagen ones. I'll link in the description here which ones I like to use, and you can, like I said, get different flavors for different cravings. Make sure you have either protein and or fat in your smoothie so it actually does fill you up in terms of like satiation. You're not starting to like want actual food immediately after you have your smoothie. Or you could have peanut butter almond butter, whatever. But even stuff like this, like the cacao nibs, they have healthy fat in it. They're high in fiber. And all these things like the fiber in fruit, the water, fill you up. Final thing I want to touch on before ending the video is smoothies are a great addition to your life. Things like that. There's no point in like consuming smoothies for weight loss if you're drinking your smoothie at your breakfast hour and then on your way to work you're stopping in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. If your routine right now is you stop in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru and get a chicken sandwich, there's no point really. Add smoothies with your healthy breakfast to maybe further fill you, or switch a smoothie out for like 1 or 2 meals. I'm kind of one of those people who prefers to eat lighter to heavy throughout the day. Smoothies work for me. And then I have, like I said, my like vegetables and other things at dinner that are harder to digest. Smoothies are a lot easier. I think that covers every point I wanted to mention. I hope it does because I'm ending the video here. Gonna make myself a smoothie. Let me know what questions you guys have, what you think. I'm gonna put a little before and after just from right before I came here. Like I said, I live in New York and Florida. So this is how I looked and felt like the day before I came and got here. And today, we're much less bloated, way healthier. Of course, I work out. Smoothies aren't gonna give you like a 6-pack. Like I said, weight is such a thing. But if you hit the gym and burn out your muscles and then drink smoothies, you'll be good. I can tell you that. Simply drinking a smoothie and going to a Chick-fil-A drive-thru and sitting all day won't help. But I hope this helped. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, and have an amazing day. Bye guys. So this one is a vanilla date spread, banana ice, coconut milk. I always add this to my smoothies. This is Salmon, I cannot pronounce it. Husk powder, it makes it very creamy, kind of like xanthan gum does. I wouldn't advise against it, but too much of it's not good. So this makes it very creamy. It's like just fiber. I use it in bread recipes when I make paleo bread. This makes the bread like stretchy, fibery. I also added some leftover coffee from this morning when I made my vanilla date spread latte. So there's coffee in this, coconut milk, frozen banana, ice, protein powder. Ooh, I added frozen cauliflower rice. That's another really great low-calorie additive for a smoothie. And then I added the psyllium husk powder. And if there's something else, I'll write it in the recipe below in case I forgot. Oh, duh! Birthday cake date dough! Put this is my freaking hack. Put this, a scoop or 2, into a smoothie and it tastes like a birthday vanilla date shake cake, milkshake. Like if you went to like Shake Shack or something. Amazing, amazing, but not like have to. And now, which melting. Always adding those cacao nibs on top because what's the point? I'm gonna crave crunch later if I don't. Look at this. Yeah, eating healthy sucks, right? So gross, so hard, so restrictive, so wrong, so very wrong. The more you make these, the more you have them, and make sure you make them in delicious ways. Make a good smoothie. Like I said, have that protein so it's filling. There's really no point in having like just a fruit smoothie. That's why I prefer to make them myself because protein powders at other smoothie shops, I do not trust. They all have added sugar and weird stuff. So I buy my own and pick my own. Plus, like, depending on your hunger, you can add more or less fruit versus water versus ice versus other things. It's the best. I make a smoothie after dinner a lot these days too. If I'm not quite full yet, after eating my dinner, maybe I worked out a lot or something recently, make a smoothie with lots of water. It'll hydrate you because you might just be thirsty. I forgot another benefit of smoothies. They make you happy. Fruit is such a happy-go-lucky thing to consume. So many other things we can consume. If you're stressing about eating, or like you're eating because you know you need to eat food and you're hungry, but you don't feel good about what you're eating, change it. There's a way to live your life happy, healthy, optimal every single day without much second thought. And it's a great way to live, I can advise. So find what works for you. Maybe add a smoothie in as best you can, any day you can. Try it. I mean, don't make it too hard. This is not like, oh my gosh, only eating smoothies for 7 days. Like, no, I accidentally fell into an amazing habit of having 1 to 2 smoothies for the first half of the day the last week. And like, here I am now being like, wow, oops, good happy accident. I used to do this all the time too when I worked at the smoothie and acai shop. I would open, and so the whole 8-hour half of my day, every day, I was only having fruit and smoothies before I like went home and had actual food. It's a good way to live. Now we end the video. Bye guys.